Hello friends, recently a research paper has claimed that the hackers can use AI and your keyboard strokes to decode your password. This is what we will be analyzing today. If you want to download this slide, you can find the link in the description box. If you want to listen to this video in Hindi, then you can go to our another channel, that is prepezee. So basically the research paper which has been published by the Durham University UK, it says that artificial intelligence, if trained well, can be used to decode your passwords by analyzing the sound strokes produced by your keyboard. The title of this research paper is A Practical Deep Learning Based Acoustic Side Channel Attack on Keyboards. This is acoustic side channel attack, that is ASCA, which we will be analyzing today. But first understand what actually is a side channel attack. So side channel attack is any use of auxiliary systems by the hackers to come to a conclusion about the sensitive information in your PC. So any auxiliary system being used by hackers so that they can decode any of your sensitive information like your password or your banking details is called side channel attacks. What are auxiliary systems? See, basically anything which is apart from the core operating system or the software installed on your system is auxiliary system. It will include the keyboards which we'll be listening to for the acoustics. Then again, the printers which can be used to see that what is being printed, any electromagnetic waves, that is any electromagnetic radiation which is coming out of your device, or any power fluctuation which is noticed from your device. See why this happens. Whenever we are running a program on a laptop or even your mobile phone, you see that the CPU utilization which is there in your task manager, you see that it increases. That means the power being utilized. If your system is running idle, that is no work is being performed, then it is conserving energy and power utilization is very low. As and when you start a program or any application on your laptop or your mobile phone, you see that the RAM comes into play and the working of the CPU, it increases. This is what leads to the power fluctuation. And as and when any power fluctuation is noticed, then the power consumed by the PC would also increase. Obviously, it will not be visible to the naked eye of an untrained user, but yes, if artificial intelligence can be trained to see to it that what is the power fluctuation being used or being seen in your PC, then from that it can very well say that what is the activity which is being performed on your computer screen. Now, such auxiliary systems, that is power utilization, any electromagnetic wave radiations, or memory cache, that is this memory cache. Whenever, see, in fact, if you remember, there was this software called as Pegasus, which made quite a few headlines in the international cyber attack systems. So basically what it did was that whenever this software application was sent to your mobile phone, it will overflood the memory cache of WhatsApp. And when it is being overflooded, then this will malfunction and it will release all the private information of this mobile phone user to the hacker. This is what was the internal working of Pegasus, and that is how it was using the auxiliary systems. So this is any attack which is using any kind of auxiliary system. It is called a side channel attack. Now how it is performed? See, it is not like that every data can be decoded by the machine learning or artificial intelligence. Some vulnerable data is more easily decoded. For example, if there are repetitive keystrokes, and that you cannot help actually. See what happens is, let's say I am typing ASCA only, or let's say I am typing password. Let's say I am typing this letter password. So when I am typing it using my index finger, I am putting on P, that is okay, on A, okay. But then when I am putting my index finger on S and S, I have to press the key twice, the single key twice. So it will be very easy for me, and the duration between the key press is very, very less. It is just like microseconds. And the duration between A and S, or other words S or W, will be more, obviously. So that means the computer can see that there is so little time being pressed between S and S, therefore this is a repetitive keystroke. That is how the computer side, the artificial intelligence, it analyzes the data which is being presented to it. Similarly, many people use common phrases. For example, let's say 123. I am using my name and then putting ABCD at the rate 1234. So in that case, the computer will also know that 1234 is actually a very fast keystroke, and if artificial intelligence is trained, it will come to understand that what is the keystroke sound which leads to typing of 1234. Similarly, if it has the proper data set, that is your data is available for the artificial intelligence and it knows that what is your name, then it will be able to predict that when you are typing your name, and if it is having any symbol at the back and let's say letters or let's say numbers after that, then it will understand that this is actually a password. So also you can see, let's say you are typing your username here. Now after typing the username, you press the tab key so that you can go to the password section. Now you type your password, you give a symbol at the rate and then you pass 123 and then you press the enter key. So any number of keys which are pressed before enter may represent password being typed, and that is how the hackers operate. They know as and when enter key is being typed, that means user is now logging into something. No, enter can be used in many different things, but then here there is a chance. And even if there is a chance, that is what the hackers utilize. Similarly, there are some very common passwords. For example, even password is being used by many people. Password at the rate 1 or password at the rate 2 as their password. Then people use ABCD as their password, or ASDF, or even QWERTY as their password. So if AI is trained that this sound strokes, if they are produced like this, then they will lead to production of QWERTY. That is, output is QWERTY. Then they will listen to your sound strokes and they will know that you are typing a password. So this is how these systems function, and this is what a side channel attack means. Now when we have understood that what is a side channel attack, now let us understand what is acoustic side channel attack. So basically acoustic means anything which is related to the sound. So whenever we are typing anything on our keyboard, there is a sound being produced. Like when we are typing, there is a click sound, tuck, 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 like being produced. And when this sound is being generated, now it can be analyzed by the artificial intelligence, or even sometimes even people who are very sensitive and who have trained themselves well, they can also decipher to a very great extent that what is being typed on the basis of keystrokes. Also, the acoustic side channel attacks have increased in the recent times. Why they have increased? See, the reasons why acoustic attacks have increased is because, first of all, the data is readily available. See, whenever we are sitting anywhere, let's say we go to any public place, for example, I am going to an airport and I am sitting here, there is this desk is lying and I am sitting on a bench which is lying on the side, and I am keeping my laptop and I am doing my work on the laptop. Now, I cannot prevent anyone else from sitting nearby me. And there will be 25, 30, any number of users who are sitting here, who are doing anything, who are eating, who are talking, and like that. So any one of those users, they can place their mobile phone just behind or in the side of my laptop. Now, if their recorder is on, it will be very easily able to record what keys are being pressed on my laptop. So this data is now very easily and very readily available for the hackers. The second reason is the use of acoustics is underestimated by the user. So whenever we go to any ATM, what we do is we generally hide the keypad. When we are entering, we use one hand to hide the keypad so that nobody who is in direct line of sight can see our password being entered on the ATM keyboard. But nobody is actually hiding the sound which is being emanated. So if anyone has placed any recorder here, then it will be able to record the sound of clicks which are being used and which I am typing in, through which I am typing in my security code or the ATM password. So therefore, users do not really do anything to protect their acoustics, that is the sound being produced when they are entering their password. So therefore, it can be easily utilized. Similarly, you can see that the technology is increasing or improving by leaps and bounds every day. So artificial intelligence is now moving in such a direction that it is now available for the public use also. Then again, machine learning is progressing very fast, blockchain technology. So all of these technologies, they are being now used by hackers also to do certain things which should not be done, which are illegal in nature, but then they are still doing these things. Then again, we are also using the computers in public spaces. Now, as earlier it was very rare to see any person using a laptop in public domain, but nowadays everybody is having laptop and they are having work which can be performed on laptops or mobile phones. So they are using this in public spaces, sitting in coffee shops or cafes or airports or anything else where you cannot restrict the user entry. So here anyone can come in and download your data and record or gather your data and then use it. Then again, we see that same keyboard layouts are being used in the laptop models. For example, most of the keyboard which are being installed in laptops are QWERTY based. That is, the first keys are QWERTY, that is QWERTY based model. There are other models also and many other scientific models which they say that they are more efficient and you can do much easier typing. But then again, since now this is popular, everybody is using QWERTY only. And therefore, if such a model is being used, then it is very easy for AI to be trained on this particular laptop model. Similarly, see, many companies, like suppose, let's say I am having a MacBook. MacBook is a laptop being produced by the Apple company. So whenever I am using my MacBook, what happens is that it is having similar keyboard in every system. They have bought the keyboard from a single manufacturer and then installed it on all MacBooks. So now if you know that which device is being used, then it is very easy to decipher that what is the key pressing, how much key is being pressed, and what is the smoothness in pressing of the key, what is the sound being emanated from that key. And if AI is trained well, then it can immediately decipher that what data is being input on this keyboard. So now let's see what is the accuracy of such attacks. When this research was being done, there were many sources which were being used by the researchers to understand the use of acoustic systems for breaking or decoding the password or other sensitive information. These sources were recording by a smartphone, then recording by off-the-shelf devices, that is, they went to the shops and whatever recording devices, any microphones were there, they picked it up. Even they also used the Zoom call recordings. That is, they started a Zoom call and on the other end of that Zoom call, someone was recording whatever was being typed on the keyboard. Now, when AI was trained and then applied on all of these audio recordings, the accuracy of AI was 95%. So you can understand that what is the level at which these hackers are playing. In fact, see, Zoom calls, their accuracy was lower, 93%, but smartphones, their accuracy was 95%. So the accuracy level for these deciphering, these decoding is very, very high for these hackers. And in fact, this is not new. This has been going on since 1950. See, earlier you also remember that in 90s and 2000s, we were having button phones. That is, Nokia 3380 model was there, 1100 model was there, which was being used. And whenever any key was being pressed, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when one key was pressed, it was emanating a sound. But when the key number 9 was being pressed, it was emanating a different sound on these systems. Earlier, what used to happen was each button was producing a different sound. And we also, when we were kids, we also used to notice that if someone is properly trained, they can decipher that which key is being pressed. So earlier, we did not used to take it very seriously. But then in 1982 itself, US National Security Agency, it had flagged the use of these systems and the acoustics being developed by these systems, the sounds emanating from these systems as the potential for the leakage of security, and they could be used by hackers so that the compromise can be happened, the source of compromise for the systems. The passwords could be broken, sensitive information can be leaked. And recently we have seen that nowadays everyone is holding a mic in their hand in their smartphones. So when this microphone, everybody has one microphone, then it is very easy for the users to actually record and gather your data. So what you can do to protect yourself against such attacks? See, first of all, there is no explicit strategy or any device which you can use. But yes, you can do certain things. For example, you can use the on-screen keyboards. Whenever you go to the bank sites, you will see that just On the side of the password entry text box, you will see that there is this symbol. This denotes keyboard. Whenever you press it, an on-screen keyboard will appear and you can type your password here, ASDF, like that. So it is recommended that you use these type of on-screen keyboards so that the acoustic sounds are not made. Similarly, you can use touch typing. What is touch typing? Touch typing is when a trained professional uses all 8 fingers to type in the keys. So this is touch typing. That is, these are trained professionals. You can see that there are typists who are using all their fingers and they are not even looking at their keyboards. They are only looking at the screens and typing through training. So this you can also do. Then you can also have stronger passwords. See, for example, there should be a combination of capital letters also, then there should be small letters also, there are symbols should be there, and then numbers should be there. So this is what a strong password will look like. In fact, even in this research paper, it has been said that if you are pressing shift and entering in a capital letter, then AI has difficulty in predicting whether it is a capital or a small letter. So then again, we can see that mixing of these capitals and smalls and symbols, it is leading to better protection against these ASCA attacks. Similarly, we should avoid using common phrases. For example, common phrases like, let's say, I just told you the password, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your name or your mother's name. Like these things, they are very easy to predict for anyone, and therefore it is very important that people do not utilize such things to enter in their password so that they can be more safe. So this is what this topic is all about. The main question is, what are ASCA attacks and what are the reasons for their increasing frequency in cyber attacks? The question is for 10 marks and 150 words. You can write, if you have some points, you can write in the comment section also, or you can mail to us at prepezee@gmail.com. If you have written it in the paper format, you can scan it, or you can also just type it and send it on the email so that we can send you the detailed feedback that what you need to do and what you can improve. See, I have noticed something, that whenever people are sending in their answers, they are just writing the points, that what are the reasons. No, first of all, you should define what is an ASCA attack. That is, introduction should be there. Then write the structure, that is, what are the reasons, and then finally conclude with a proper conclusion so that the value of your answer increases and the examiner is prompted to give you more marks. So if you like this article, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.